Okay everybody, I am taking the wing off. I'm going to show you exactly how you take a wing off on the Focus Mark 1. Although I have to say, you've probably seen this many times, but I thought I would show you because I'm taking it off because of moi. So first thing, take your wheel off. Jack it up, take the wheel off. Next thing, take all these fixings out, these T30 fixings. I'm going to replace these with slightly less rusty ones. And then underneath here we have a 7mm. As you can see, it's starting to rot out at the bottom, which is not ideal if you want to have your wing repainted, and it lasts more than 2 seconds. Effectively, once this one is removed from the car, you can see the amount of surface rust that this bolt actually keeps. So take that out, put it over there with all the other collections, and this should just lift out, and it does. The arch liner will just lift straight out. There's a little tag at the top here, and pull it out. Pull it out. And loads of leaves. Now this is an example of why it's so important to check behind these liners quite regularly. Now I've actually cleaned all that out. That hole, check that that's not blocked by leaves. That was really full of leaves, so that could end up with rust. But as you can see, I've undersealed it pretty well in the past. A little bit that goes in the corner, they tend to go in the corner just here. And over here you've got your bumper fixings. Now I believe, if I can just shine a light, yeah, there's one bolt there. You've got your clips there that go through. You've got your reinforcer. So you just need to take those bolts out. 1, 2, and the top one. And that'll be the next job. A bit too difficult without 2 hands, but push all that all the way down, and then it should ease off the bracket, and then twist it to get the light out. One yank and it's off. As you can see, it's all disconnected up here now. This reinforcer goes in like that, so it's held in. As you can see, one of the pins has definitely snapped. That's okay. That's okay, but that snaps now. It's a good thing that I'm replacing this actually. Yeah, I've got a brand new one, so I'll put that on the side. Now we've got this bolt here to sort out. It just goes through here, held in by this clamp. That should be easy enough. And we've got the 2 3 bolts here. We've got another bolt there, and there's one that I have to access through the door there. Cool. Okay, now the final bolt is just there, directly in front of you. Take that out, take the top ones out, and it will lift out. Okay, and now the wing can be simply lifted away. If I just take this off. Right, ready to fall over my shins. Bit windy today, and as you can see, it's very well wax oiled, but I'm going to sort that out before the body shop. I wanted to get this off. I mean, you can see the problem with these wings. Right, sorry about that just now. We had a breathe of a lot of wind. Anyway, you can see here how quite structured it is. I say this dent's going to be taken out. But structurally it's absolutely fine. Yeah, as I say, you can see it clearly now. They go here around where the wiring goes through by the brake servo. I've seen them rot out quite badly around here. A lot of transits go like that, but along the seams, so check the seams. Mine were okay, but as you can see, they were starting to go, but I got there just in time. As you can see, these are the fixings. Now my bumper has got this brake in it. Like I explained before, the bumpers do not sit flush on this because of this. This is quite common actually. I think the other side's got the same way. All this, and obviously the headlight is mounted. Obviously I didn't have to deal with that. It's like a self breakage that Mark 1s have. They always break either when you're having them posted to somebody and they break in transit because they stick out, or they just literally crumble into dust. There is a repair kit for this, but I'm not changing the whole headlight because of that. It doesn't move, it passes an MOT. Obviously it does now because it's not attached, but it's absolutely fine. There's nothing to see in here. There's like because I don't have air conditioning, there's nothing there. Usually the oh god, it's the accumulator. Something sits here. I can't remember what it's called now. It's not a condenser. It's like a little tank with all the pipe work, but there's nothing here. Literally just that bit there, but I need to get all this. I mean, this is ridiculous. Oh yes, it's full of it. It's absolutely full of it. Going all the way down, so I think I'll blow that out. So blow it out with a lime. Yeah. Wow, that's coming out of that. Stick in there. Good, I think that's done. Watch this. Oh, how disappointing. I thought more was coming out than that. Oh well. Well, you see some surprising things and... What the... I wondered where that had gone. I missed that in... I think I lost that in 2017. Handy. I think after all this, I may, as I say, this is one of the main drain holes. Make sure that is clear, because this box section entirely is a waterway, so it goes down through the scuttle, goes down into here. It either goes out here this way, down there towards the end of the sill, or it goes that way towards the end and then falls out. But what was going on is it was blocked by that piece of foam, and tons and tons of congealed, well, not congealed, but dried up because of the weather. I would say this is a job to do in the dry weather. It was all nice and dry, whatever came out. So if it's wet, you're going to be in for pain or trouble. So wait for it to all dry and do this job. I'm going to have to do this job on this side, because based on what I've seen, there's a lot of blockage. There's a heck of a lot of blockage. It's good that I've done this. Time for the windy drill. These Draper D20 tools, I'm not advocating them in any way. I'm not affiliated with them. These are really good tools. I've got the small impact, which is good enough for small stuff, the D20 range. Once you've got the batteries and a charger, you're away, and I've got quite a few of their tools. This drill's taken some abuse. That's a good question. Oh, my wire wheel's inside. I'll go and get that. Well, I would say, sorry, I can't get too much light on this, that has come back incredibly well. There's nothing but surface rust. I'll go over the rust converter just in case. The seam looks good. Sometimes they can go out the front wing. Judging by the muck sitting just here between the sill and the bottom of the wing, this is the bit you can see, but this bit you can't get to. It's remarkably it's remarkably good. I'm really pleased about that. I really have no concerns about anything else. This is really solid. Now what I'm going to do next is wipe down with spirits just to clean the excess off before we start preparing the surface. Okie dokie, right, that is one arch liner that has been dried very nicely. One wing sitting there to be refitted in a second temporarily, and one car that has been zinc primered all the way down there. The rust killer I use is Granville rust killer, and I actually have used a few down the years, and this one reacts really nicely. I mean, look at that, that's really, just a couple more coats and that'll be done. I've just gone inside there. Some of this will be sprayed satin black, and the bits down here are going to be under sealed where it's exposed, but I thought I'd put just a coat up here of zinc primer just for benefit's sake. Forgot how dusty it does get, but yeah, that's all good. Now I've got to put my phone on charge, and by the time I get back it should be done. Okay, right, we've managed to shut all under there. Yeah, all around the corner, and just in this bit here, just within this seam here. Okay, the rest of it is just satin black up to there. Really nice, just parallel with the door. I don't want to go too far in because that's, you'd be touching the door card otherwise. But that looks absolutely fabulous now. That is perfect for the body shop now. I've done a lot of the prep work. I've been doing a bit of mix and matching with the fixings. Some of these are new, these are old, these are no good really, they're too rusting. Some of these are rounded actually. These are the good fixings, some of the old ones and some new ones. I'm using, as I say, I've got new clips that I've put in a new bumper, but I'm putting the old one back on just to keep the old clips in. And we've got the new reinforcer panel, which isn't broken. That's going to go on now. But we've just sort of cleared this up a little bit. I've just done up there in the corner, there's a drain hole up there, make sure that's unbunged. Yeah, this is kind of where they go. As you can see, it started to go, but I got there first. Did a bit of painting through there. The servo was rusting, but it's all been shut. I've just done a little bit there. There was a bit of crumbliness behind the brake pipe. Bit of a weird place, but I suppose it's the places you can't really reach accessibly. But it's all ready to go back in. One thing I noticed is there is a grommet that is normally here, and unfortunately it seems to have been a bit perished. No wonder my bonnet prop was moving so much. That is hard as anything. That's not rubber no more, that is plastic almost. So I'm going to order a new one. I think the bonnet prop grommets are sort of standard. Yeah, ignore that, ignore my paint work. It's just, it's in an area where it's not going to be seen. I just wanted it to be protected, but it's actually come out better than I thought. So yeah, we'll go wait for this to dry. I'm just painting the little clamp that goes down here, attaches the bottom of the wing. I'm just painting that up while I'm at it. Right, onwards and upwards. Right, next shot, it's all been painted. Next shot, it'll all be assembled. It's getting dark now. In 3, 2, 1. Right, before I pack my stuff back in, fantastic. There's a few little things that I need to point out to the body shop, but I'm pretty glad that it's all gone back together. Well, I'm actually quite impressed by the shut lines. It didn't take much to get it sitting in the right position. I remember owning a certain Rover P6 where if you took a wing off, it was one of those British classic cars where nothing quite lined up properly, and you'd always have to not just jig the panel you've taken off, but start moving a few other panels as well, because suddenly they all don't line up properly. So you have to start loosening all the bolts, all these 1/2-inch bolts. It's a nightmare. But this, it's gone back together nicely and it's sitting nicely now. I'm very impressed with how the headlight's sitting. I was a bit concerned about that, but no problems. So all the good work's done now underneath. The bright work is what counts, getting that dent sorted. You can't really see it, but there's lacquer peel at the back there, and then you've got this bit down here, the wing. But all good, all in a day's work. Onwards and upwards. See you soon, guys.